What's happening, guys? Welcome back to episode 29, picking up from the Dragonkin Mausoleum. So before we get forward, before we head on into this episode, there's going to be a few items here you will not see. I started recording and then I completely forgot something we had to do. It's just a few upgrades, not a big deal. I'm going to show you all the locations, but I did feel like it was really worth a mention. Now, as soon as you go into this next location, what's going to happen? Because there's a mage upstairs spawning some enemies. So obviously you're going to want to rush, take him down so he can't spawn anymore. However, the first enemy you take out is going to drop a very unique weapon right here, Drake Blood Greatsword. This has physical, magic, and lightning. Really dope weapon that goes with our build. So you're going to want to make sure he spawns in the first enemy first. I will be running past because I already have it. So the enemy will spawn in right here. Now it should be a regular knight. If you see him spawning a guy with a great shield, don't fight him. That's Havel. We need him for something else. But he should spawn in this guy. So like I said, the first time you fight this guy, you are going to get a weapon. So before you rush for that mage, I would fight this guy. It's a super, super unique weapon you're going to get, right? After that, you're not going to get that drop. So before we start going through the area, you're going to take him out, get your weapon, run all the way up top, and head back. Because as soon as we get this guy taken out, he's not going to spawn anybody else for us. He doesn't have much health, but he does, cause a lot of irritation. So with him out, if you go right over here, just past him, you're going to activate a shortcut that brings you back down to the area we saw last episode. So now that we have that caught up, if you go to the other side, this will move you forward, so we're going to ignore it. We're going to go back on down to where we originally came in, which should be right here on your left. So that's, your original bonfire. But now we took all the threat out of the picture. So the only thing really going on here, straight across, that's where we did the, she did get one more off. We'll handle them. But straight across is where we did the dragon fight last episode, so that's just the same area. You don't have to worry about going out there. It's already done. So just to, state, the only other way forward is to go up here. Now, as you progress through the area we're doing now, there's going to be a few upgrade mats, right? So you're going to see a body right here with some upgrades. It's going to be Twinkling, and it's going to be Titanite Scales. Now, these guys are Rock Wizards, the most annoying enemy in the game. They constantly stomp you. They do not stop attacking. They're very, very annoying. But they can drop Twinkling Titanite if you like to farm that up. I'm actually going to get you guys infinite amounts of Twinkling Titanite and Titanite Scales this episode. So it's pretty big, right? Pretty big. But as you see, that just leads you right back into the top section we just were, bringing you full circle, getting you a few upgrades along the path. So now, as we go on out, you have to go down to the right. There's going to be a bunch of guys coming for your neck. They like to pop out on you too, so just go in swinging if possible. There's one big one to worry about, but mainly it's just these guys. Now remember, like I said, the first few items I've already picked up. No taking you guys off, and I do greatly apologize. I started doing the episode and I forgot to get you guys a few things that you're really going to want, which we are going to go over before we head to our next area, but let's go ahead and clear the path a bit. Alright, so now that we have all of them dead, the reason why I stopped recording the episode is because we're all going to want Evelyn. We all picked this up a few episodes back, but Evelyn is a crossbow. It's like a multi-hit, and there's going to be a dragon up here. If this dragon flies out before you kill it, you'll miss out some upgrades. No, if it costs us a bunch of time, we're going to say fuck it, but just to show off all the content, bringing Evelyn up to +6 can be nice, and we're going to use lightning bolts, because I think those are the best ones the handmaiden had. So before we go any further, make sure you guys have that stuff. This is a pretty straight shot from the bonfire, so we do need to get back. Don't worry about it. Alright, we'll clear them. Then this is about where I quit, so you guys aren't missing anything. And we have one big guy. I think there's one more little one down to the right. Once again, I do apologize, guys. I don't like, already having any of the items from the areas we're doing, but I didn't want you guys to miss out on some good stuff. Yeah, it's really annoying, as you're going to see. Can't even get a heal off. Be careful. We do need to heal. Alright. You couldn't even see us, you piece of shit. Yeah, it's hard not to rage during this. As you see, like, you can't even get off the ground, like, getting smacked again, and again, and again, and again, and again. Bye-bye. Thank you, piece of shit. But yeah, it's really fucking annoying area. There's just so many of them at you at the same time. Once you get past it, it's not so bad. So path of progression's on your left. Ignore that for the time being. You're going to go up this ladder. So this is going to get you a resistance to lightning. It's a ring that gives you boosts your resistance to lightning. Now this is the last item I picked up. So once you guys have this, we are all caught up from this point forward. So we'll be, I think, on that body right there. Then you just drop it out the side. Oh, one crystal lizard. Now what sucks is we've used up all of our healing. So fighting this dragon up close is possible. It's a long fucking fight. It's a really long fight. But it is possible. Now when you go up, you're going to see a crystal lizard like right here. So make sure you take him out. And you pop a chest. This is both just going to get you upgrades. And that's where I stopped. Now, the hard part. So when we go out here, there's going to be a lot of these rock lizards that want to keep staggering your attacks and preventing you from doing fucking anything. It's the last area of the game, so you can expect it to be super fucking annoying. You know what I mean? It's just how it is with this game. Yeah, once again, can hit off. Back up. You like fire? There you go. I wouldn't even bother fighting them, but with the dragon, we don't want anyone else getting involved. How did you go through with the other guy? I'm just genuinely curious at this point. Thank you. Once again, we're getting fired through a wall somehow. Okay. Makes sense. Thank you. Oh, he's still alive. Great. Alright. So, Twinkling Titanite. Oh, Titanite scales. I didn't realize they could drop scales. I knew they could drop Twinklings. That's pretty cool. So, either way, from here now we're kind of in some shit. Because we got the big dragon. However, we don't have any heals. Like I said, you know, it's upgraded. The damage isn't going to be super great. It's still going to be a long, long thing. How are you getting this down here, buddy? We just have to get in and out. You see what I'm saying? I didn't want to cover this. Yeah, it's just fucking atrocious. There's no way to heal. I do not think we have any way to heal. So this is what you guys got to do. If you want to do it, you know, have at it, right? Have at it. Have fun with it. I'm over it. So I'm gonna keep moving. I might get killed. It's okay if we do. It's not a big deal. But yeah, it's a very tedious thing. Avalon upgraded. Yeah, we'll just run that. Like I told you, it's not worth our time at all, is it? But if you take him out, you get like 6 Twinkling Titanites, 6 Titanite skills. If you want to do it, go for it. I ain't fucking doing it. It's not rewarding, and I find it to be a big waste of time because just up ahead, I'm going to get you guys Ash, so you have infinite amounts of Titanite scale and Twinkling Titanite. So, I mean, waste of time. Yeah. But technically, if you want to cover all the content, you should take them out. I'm okay with it because it's really annoying to me. Like, pretty bad. Pretty bad. There we go. So we're going to see if we can just ignore most of these guys. Let's get an Ember up too. We have almost 30. Last area of the game, I think, you know, we're going to be more than fine with using up our Embers from this point. Try not to get knocked off. Now, I still have a bunch of bolts. If we can get in a better placement, we could do it. But I just don't really see that happening. Because over on the ledge, like, we can get into that ledge, but he can still get to us. You see what I'm saying? Maybe you can stand back here, but the fire might reach it. Bye. Bye. I said bye. Thank you. So maybe you can stand back here, but I think the fire might still get to you. Regardless, you're going to have to get these guys out because they're going to be interrupting your attacks. There we go. Stay right there. Thank you. So you still have to trigger him to come down. And we'll try. You know, we'll give it a old college try here. But, like I said, I'm thinking he can still get us. See what I'm saying? So, I don't know, guys. It might just not be worth it. The only thing I can think of is going right here. Maybe on this ledge. Yeah, you might be okay on this ledge. But then again, you might run, just run away. So I hate to waste his time, but we've been so thorough. The whole walk has been, really smooth and very thorough. I hate to give up now. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's one guy. He's just really annoying. Now, typically what would happen is you run past him, then he'll fly off and you'll never get the chance again. Now, we can try from this side with hopefully keeping him in our sights. And then you got all this too, you see, so it might not really be worth it to you. Let me get up here. Yeah, see, he can still hit you from here too, so. Yeah, then you can't get him. So you have to play it like this. And he still can't. See, as soon as you go in here, he's gonna fly off to it. Is there another ledge? Yeah, he's gone. Yeah, so fuck it. If you guys want to do it, you see what you're gonna deal with. Fuck, have fucking fun. But we're moving on. So we'll go back to our shield, go back to our helm. Oh, we did get our new set I never put on or showed you guys. So we picked up this, the Untended Graves. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Look very, very unique. Should be blue. I feel like I always overlook them. Huh. We definitely bought them. They're here somewhere. How do those look with it? These don't look bad. But yeah, that's the other set you got from Untended Graves. Either way, guys, moving on. Once you've dealt with the dragon, or decide fuck it like I did, go forward. You're going to have another summoner here. So what we're going to do is run for him after he's summoned this guy up, so you can still get the rapier. But this guy's another one that drops one of those very unique weapons. So you're going to want this guy. So make sure he summons this guy up first, and then take out the summoner, just so he doesn't spawn in anyone else. This guy gets you a very, very unique rapier. Richard's rapier. And then once you have that, you're going to run forward. The final boss is right here. And then your final bonfire will be right here. So, as stated, pretty small area, Archdragon Peak. However, there is quite a lot packed in. And to that end, we still have some really good stuff to get you guys. Really hidden stuff, too. So hopefully you didn't get bored with the dragon and you hung in there, because you're going to miss some really good stuff. But, once again, I don't blame you. It's really tedious. Alright, let's grab him. Now this part is probably the most difficult section in the whole game, because you have to run up and all those guys are going to be coming out. So what we're going to do first is go to the right. You want to go down these stairs for an ember. This was the other side of that gate you saw before, but you had no way to access it. It's pretty much like the end of the game. We're going to get that gate open. Get your armor set, a couple weapons. Alright, now we're going to run up the stairs. So going straight to the last thing we have to do. However, we do need to go to the right first. So this will get you a Titanite slab, very unique armor set, wrap up a quest line, and then on top of that, you're going to get hidden armor, like I said, and a very, very hidden spell. Now, you won't even get the armor here. You got to know where to get it from. Pick that up. Then we're going to go up the ladder. So this is going to be a fight with Havel. So if you're fighting that summoner and they eventually summoned up a really big guy with a great shield and like a bat, that's Havel. That's why I said don't fight him there. Now he is a very elite fight. He's going to be right here. Very elite fight. He can turn himself to stone. He does a lot. Look at his damage. That's a light attack. Okay, that's a light attack. Now, hopefully, if you're using your heavy pokes, he'll rush in because you can keep him down sometimes. Look at his health though. And you can also open him up for a stagger sometimes too. But hopefully you can stun lock him like that. Be careful, if he hits you once, heal, you're a bad way. A really bad way. There's this rock form. Okay. Sorry, we still have plenty of healing. Plus our bonfire really isn't that far away. Oh, I should have gave you a critical. If he goes for his combo and he hits you once, you're probably going to be locked in for that second attack. How the hell did you spend 360 like that and do 90% of my health? That was wild. Gotta give it to you. Pretty damn impressive, brother. Pretty damn impressive. You're probably going to be resting in between, for sure. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Just need the right setup, though. Alright, so Titanite slab, you'll get his weapon, you'll get his shield. Now, to get his armor set, we're going to have to jump around a bit. So right behind him is your slab. Now, you could go back to your bonfire rest before moving forward, or you can go back down. But if you don't go over here to the right, you're going to take a little bit of damage. Not much. Well, at this point, it's not going to be your whole health bar. I guess it is quite a bit, more than I remembered. Over, follow this around, get your spell right here, Great Magic Barrier. Gotta have a free platinum trophy. Then that's back where that dragon was. Now, if you didn't kill the dragon, he's the dead dragon behind Havel. So you would have missed out on that. So from here. Alright, fellas. Quickly. Now I'm going to take you guys to go get his armor set. So his armor set's actually a pretty big secret because you're probably not going to know where to go. So what you want to do is go back to earlier sections of the game, and we're wanting to go to Old Wolf of Varen. So this is going to be where you fought the demon way earlier in the game. So the lore and everything else pretty much just connects to Havel. So once you have taken him out, you took out the demon earlier on, you'll be able to come up here and get the armor set. Like I said, very obscure stuff with taking notes for this walkthrough because it required me pretty much going through the game and then after running through every location to see, what's where. Now, with that being said, I also had to, make mistakes during a lot of the quests to figure those out. So, yeah, kind of pain in the ass. But we are about there. I mean, it's okay. I really enjoyed the game, obviously. It's, phenomenal game. But yeah, I mean, just a lot goes into this when you, I've played a lot of Souls-likes and done a lot of walkthrough for Souls-likes, but when it comes to FromSoft Souls-likes, they're built different. You know what I mean? When it comes to super obscure stuff, built very different. 60,000's gotta be enough still. Okay, so almost at that 40 mark for Dex. You say we should be, I'm sorry, 30 mark. We should at the very least, have 40 strength and 30 dex, but still, very solid quality build in this game. Very solid quality build. I did want to make sure we got our last upgrade. So remember, if you upgrade a boss weapon to +5, you cannot get the trophy for that. So you have to bring a weapon up to +10. That's what actually, gets that trophy, right? So we are maxed out. You guys got the trophy for that. Make sure you're maxed out on your actual bonfire with Undead Bone Charge. You get a trophy for that. Weapon to +10. You'll get your trophy for that. And then, just to get back where we were, Great Belfry. But yeah, so maxed out weapon, you need to use every infusion type for a trophy. All your flask upgraded, your campfire fully upgraded. As far as Firelink, that's going to be most of, the trophies with upgrades and stuff like that. So, from this point, all we have left is one stretch. So we're going to go out. Now we have to take that straight path where all these lizard dudes are coming for you. Now, after this walkthrough, everyone should be missing 5 trophies, no more. Like I said, it takes 3 playthroughs to get your platinum. We're at, we have 1 episode left. This is second to last episode here, so we do need to talk about this stuff. We'll do that next episode, but just kind of briefly getting into it a bit. You will have, 98% of your trophies from. Oops, that's not a heal. So this is what you're gonna have to do. You gotta separate these guys, man. Gotta separate. He hits like an absolute truck. Okay, if he hits me, as long as he gets that off. Bye-bye. It's okay. We'll heal through it. Goodbye to you. I swear I hate this part. I told you. I said it's the hardest part of the game. I'm not kidding. This is fucking one stretcher, dude. You could try to run past it, but you're not gonna. You're not. Because what happens is up there it gets really tight. You're in a really tight space. You have 2 really big guys. We already took out 1. Might even be 3 altogether. And then you got all the little ones, and it's not gonna get done. Sadly. Not to, doubt anybody, but I mean, look at it. Right? Just look at it. So we like the fire breath. That locks him down enough to where we could actually clean, a few hits. Do that big bastard up, didn't we? Yeah, watch out. He can get you in the pull back too. Ah, it's opening up running for us. Back, or just heal through it, whatever it takes, y'all. Whatever it takes. He just turned his head around his back. That was wild. So if you go over here to the left, that's going to get your last ash to get you infinite Titanite scales and infinite twinkling Titanite. So absolutely phenomenal. We want to do it, but there's a good chance of getting killed. So I'd rather do this first. So once you have taken all of them out, and once again, I highly recommend it because we have to stop up here and do a gesture, get boxed in, you're going to get killed. But if you go all the way up top, Path of the Dragon, it's going to get you one of your dragon pieces. So you noticed before that you got, I think it was like the dragon head. This gets you dragon form, which it's like an armor. You have to strip all your armor off to use it, and then after that, I wonder if we could just do it real quick. It's like its own form of armor. You see that? So it turns you into a dragon. Very dark shit. You know what I mean? Very dark shit. And then whenever you rest, that will go off. Then you have to just keep applying it. So this is something they did in Elden Ring, but it started with Dark Souls, as it typically does. So this part, I'd probably just recommend you guys to run past these guys, but they could easily run you off the cliffs. Be careful. And with that, you have your last ash. We're gonna go back to Firelink. Then, as mentioned, once you turn this in, you have every single ash. So I have to get myself killed. It's okay, because I don't care for this. This is too dark for me, man. To be honest. Now, once you have that, you go on down. Infinite Titanite shards, large Titanite chunks, twinkling Titanite. Those were from Grey Rat. And then also infinite Titanite scales as well. So we'll use our souls for that. Now, so I can get off this fucking dragon form. Like I said, it's too dark for me. It's a little spooky, dude. I mean, this is each his own, right? You guys might love it, but it looks like a demon, you know what I mean? So I'm good with it. But I do want to get myself killed really quickly so I can put back on my armor. That's what you got to do. You got to get killed to get rid of it. But it's one of those neat things, that's in the game I do want to show off. Here we are. Alright guys, so with that, Archdragon Peak is done aside for the next two boss fights. So you have the Nameless King, which is your boss of this area, Archdragon Peak. And then you are also going to have the Lord of Cinder, which is the final boss of the game. So with that, we are done. I'll probably go back to this set. I just want to show off the sets we picked up. In particular, I like to have all of them if I can. I'm one of those completionists. I just can't even help myself. So we'll go back to our set, and we should be locked and loaded for the Nameless King. So what we're gonna do, like I said, our next episode is our conclusion. So we're gonna start from the Great Belfry. We're gonna go on in, take down the Nameless King, no matter how many attempts it takes, because I'm expecting a few for sure. Then we'll go over the Lord of Cinder, get our endings, cover the endings we're not going to cover, so you guys get to send your subsequent runs, and then just let you know which trophies you're missing, and we will close on up. So appreciate you guys tuning in. I hope you guys have enjoyed the game. I've definitely enjoyed going through it. Getting a guide up to help you guys out, and we will catch you back here shortly.